Welcome to the Central Junior High School Christmas Concert. My name is Christy Norwood and I am one of the assistant principals at Central Junior High. I'm so excited for tonight and I love it that it's cold outside and it reminds me of Christmas, so I had to wear my red today for this Christmas performance. I want to first thank all of the students and our directors. They have worked hard since August for today. Anytime you're in the building, if you walk by the band room, you hear magic just coming out of there. And it's pretty cool to walk by and hear you all throughout the day, how one instrument and all the other instruments go together and just make a beautiful piece. So first I want to thank Dr. Coker for being our band director this year, and Ms. Sangster for being our other band director. And we also have a percussion instructor, Mr. Morris, back there too. So let's give them a round of applause for everything they've done for this year. Thank you. A few housekeeping things before we start. If you don't mind just taking your cell phone and making sure it's on silent or vibrate. If you need to make a call, just please exit during the performance so you will not bother others around you. Also, we know sometimes little ones, they have trouble sitting as long as adults do, so if your little ones start getting restless, feel free to take them out into the hall during the performance as well. So this time, I'm going to turn it over to the Varsity Band.
Since we'll have several moments this evening of transition between the groups, we'll divide out our announcements accordingly throughout the evening. The first group of individuals that I'd like to recognize tonight are the Central Junior High School administrators, faculty, staff, or anybody else otherwise involved in that position at Central Junior High School. I know we have several here in attendance this evening, and if they will stand and let us recognize you and your support of the Central Junior High Band program. The final piece that the Varsity Band will be performing this evening, Jingle Bells and Jungle Drums, is certainly a big departure from the first two pieces that you have heard, and I think this gives us a great opportunity to hear what our percussion section can do, but also challenges our woodwind and brass players. Please enjoy the final piece by the Varsity Band this evening, Jingle Bells and Jungle Drums. And if you would give us just a few moments of patience as we transition from the varsity band to the concert band, please feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Thank you. Nice job.
You did good.
I want to try wearing this.
Nice job, guys.
Damon. Thank you. Good evening. I'm Mrs. Sangster, and I would like to welcome you to the concert band portion of tonight's program. These kids have been working hard. They're doing an outstanding job, and we hope you enjoy tonight's concert.
Good evening. I'm Giselle Rodriguez, and I play bass clarinet in the Central Junior High Concert Band. We are opening our portion of tonight's concert with Santa Meets Sousa. This piece includes melodies from 3 of Sousa's greatest marches, skillfully interwoven with an assortment of Christmas carols, including Jingle Bells, Up on the Housetop, Deck the Halls, and Oh Little Town. Thank you for being here, and we hope you enjoy.
Our next piece, Jingle Bell Jazz, was also written by Mark Williams. He uses the melody of Jingle Bells and adds a little jazz. All of the sections in the band are featured at some point within this piece, and it has been a fun piece to learn to play. My name is Brian Sinobio, and I play the trombone in Central Junior High Concert Band.
They are so well trained that they do everything I ask them to do. And I wrote that down wrong, and he just said, well, Miss Sangster put it on here. I better say that I play the clarinet. No, but I think they're doing an awesome job introducing the pieces. So anyway, good job, Brian.
final piece for the concert band is variant on an old English carol, which is based off the familiar carol, Greensleeves. Robert W. Smith stamps this piece with his unique sound sculpturing and driving rhythms to create a high-energy piece that we know you will enjoy. I'm Jesse Smith, and I play the clarinet in the Central Junior High Concert Band. I want to say thanks again for attending our concert. From the entire band, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
just say something? Wait, once a month? She throws up once a month. What?
Thank you so much for your patience, ladies and gentlemen, as we have transitioned to the final ensemble for this evening, the Central Junior High School Symphonic Band. And before we perform our first piece this evening, I want to make sure that I take time to recognize Dr. Jim Rollins and his team of district administrators, both those he's had in the past and those that he currently has, how they have provided for all the fine arts programs in the Springdale Public Schools and how they continue to provide support. Obviously not the least of which is this magnificent facility that we find ourselves in tonight. I've taught in several states, I've had that opportunity, and I can tell you that the students in Springdale just very, very blessed to have the opportunity to perform and be on a concert stage like this in this magnificent facility. If there are any district level administrators here this evening, I would ask that they please stand, and even if they aren't here, we'll go ahead and give them a round of applause for all their great support for the arts programs. I would also like to take a moment to thank two of our junior high band parents in particular, but then also the opportunity to thank many of them who have helped throughout this year. Nicole Lowry and Melody Foster have been at the school several weeks of days this year, helping us out with various office items, various administrative assistant type items, and then also our uniforms. So I would ask Nicole and Melody to stand, and also any other parent who at any point, like during football games, brought snacks, water, helped us transport equipment, in any way, shape, or form, help out and helped our students do what they do for performances. Please stand and let us give you a round of applause. And a final thank you here before we open with our first piece. I would like to thank the directing team that we have here in this part of Springdale with our band program. Mr. Jeremy Ford at HAR-BER High School, Mr. C.J. Morris, who has helped out with our percussion, who's also one of the directors at HAR-BER High School, Julie Huffman at Hellstrom Middle School, and I would certainly be remiss if I did not thank publicly with all the gratitude in my heart to Tammy Sangster, who teaches alongside me here at Central Junior High School. Tammy's a pleasure to work with, and all of our directors are. They're hardworking, they're highly educated, and they put students first every day. So I would like to give all of the Springdale Public School band directors a round of applause. And now, our opening piece for the Central Junior High School Symphonic Band, A Christmas Flourish by Jim Curnow. Please enjoy. While most of the time, Silent Night typically needs no introduction, this particular setting by Larry Clark does, just a little bit. He found in his attempt to set this for a young band that he wanted to do something very different, and he found that one of perhaps the most famous French impressionistic composers, Eric Satie, pardon my French, and it's about to come again, one of his most famous deceitfully and subtly simple piano pieces known as Gymnopédie number 1, he found that that and Silent Night actually work really well together. So when you hear this setting of Silent Night and you hear some things that seem much different than how you're used to hearing this piece, that's a bit of what it is. And part of the thing with the French Impressionistic period of music, much like with Impressionistic painting, you almost never get, or you don't get the full thing. It never fully breaks free. It's sort of there and you feel like it's finally going to happen. And perhaps Mr. Clark felt that this arrangement did actually need to let go and let the audience finally have it. So as you listen toward the end of this piece, I think you'll find that it finally breaks forth in all of its glory with the Silent Night melody. So please enjoy Larry Clark's setting of Silent Night. Thank you so much for being a gracious audience this evening. We close this evening with Ployhar is the gentleman's name who made the saying of Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride. And I figure most versions of this you've heard probably only had one horse pulling the sleigh. We decided we needed a few more than that. So for those of you that know this piece, maybe that'll pique your interest, and we'll see how the horses come out at the end. Please enjoy Sleigh Ride. We would kindly ask that parents wait for students either here or out front in the lobby of the auditorium. We would ask kindly that you please not go to the band room because there are about to be 170 or